This is Akachi. I'm here to break down 3G by Yeat featuring Lil Uzi.
I'm the first one that's gonna turn up the fucking that bitch in her eye. I got the motherfucking gun on me, yeah. I got that 40 like. I done pulled up with a whole lot of dots. Most of these niggas, they.
So the record really came about, me and Bugz Ronin, the co-producer of the song. We were like just putting together like a bunch of FOPs. I was cooking up a lot of shit on my Rolling Phantoms, melodies from scratch and starting ideas because he was locked in with Uzi. And it was just one of those records. Project's name's called like Rolling 6 or something like that. So it was one of the records that we just came about and you know, it ended up being one of those ones. There's so many records people haven't even heard yet that me and Uzi have. I got a lot with like a lot of different co-producers and then I got a lot like on my own and you know, producers like Sonic Boom and Blutch and all these different producers I work with in the underground. Weirdo. You know, hopefully some see the light of day. I always like really fucked with Yeat's music. My friend Mackie, he actually showed me Yeat. Early on was like, he's gonna be like a big thing. But I looked back in our DMs and I saw he'd actually hit me up like a long time ago, probably because some of the stuff I was doing with Keef. So first thing I did in the beat, I was making like a lot of samples on my Rolling Phantom. I loaded in the sample. Just like a bunch of different sounds. So that's just like a bass melody. I loaded that in and this was just like, I was really like rapid firing these off, like doing it really quick. It doesn't really have like a lot of sounds in it. So the Rolling Phantom is like a synthesizer that like a lot of my favorite producers, they made a lot of different sounds on. I mean, it's been popular across genres, but like when a lot of my favorite producers were coming up, like Shawty Red, Zaytoven, D-Rich, DJ Plug, people like that. Even like Sunny Digital, Metro uses it now. Like it's just a synthesizer that's, you know, it's really versatile and it has a lot of cool sounds that are really good for, you know, this type of beat. So I think I did this in the Off-White breakdown. I dropped in like literally what, like 6 notes just repeating. I dropped in this sound right here. This is what it sounds like. I think I used that sound on Off-White. That sound is out of Contact. The next sound I used was just the FS brass, just like a basic brass that's also found in the Rolling Phantom, but I used the Contact instance of it and it really just was playing these simple notes right here. It makes it a little meaner, just having like a deeper brass behind the bass melody. And then the last melodic component I added to it was just, and I saw like a lot of people thought it was annoying or a lot of people thought it was weird, but I think it's fire. I think it's funny. It's just a little Electro Stars sound that used to be in a lot of old trap music. I don't know why I did it over and over again. It just sounded cool. And I like kind of left it a little louder. So, you know, sue me, I guess, but. It sounds like when you press sticky keys on your computer and it fucking like makes that weird like, yeah, it's just funny. I thought it was kind of goofy and I know like stuff that Uzi's usually going for is a little goofy and weird, so all the melody together sounds like this. So it's really like super simple. It's only a few sounds. And then I dropped in some of the drum sounds. So the drums really just repeat the entire song. So I really just dropped in like straight hi-hats, just like, you know, normal hi-hats, nothing too complicated. Super simple, doesn't really take much. I just took the out up a little bit, made it a little shorter. I threw in this little triangle sound, just like literally underneath the hi-hat, and it just gives it a cool little accent. It's kind of stupid when you just listen to it by itself, but it sounded cool with the melody. I think it's just really important to make your own sound, like find your own style. Everyone at some point in their career is probably gonna try to like, you know, make something that sounds like somebody else, but I think it's very important for you to try to, you know, find your own lane, build your own lane, because I feel like I've especially now been feeling it, like people just respect you a lot more and you get a lot more opportunities in life. You don't want to make yourself someone that's replaceable. So I think it's important to like find your own sound. Even if it's influenced by someone else, make it your own. You know, I think that's important too. I threw in this little, I don't even know what that is, like little percussive sound. I didn't even know that was in the beat actually, but. Probably would never put that in a beat again, but I don't know, I guess it made it into the beat. Put in a simple clap pattern. And I think a lot of these sounds are actually from like some like Zaytoven shows the screen kit. I usually do the 808s after I do all the hi-hats and the claps and stuff, so I put in the 808s. very, very simple. A lot of times, like on top of my 808s, to accent some of them, I'll just drop in this little open hat that I have. DJ Plug gave me this open hat, shout out to him. Very, very last thing I added in before I sent it to Bugz was this little Zaytoven snare. After you make beats for so long, it's like you kind of just develop an ear, and I think you just shoot for sounds that you know sound good in situations you want to listen to music, and you also like, I guess you mimic other people too in a way, but you like figure out a way to make the sounds that you're using that they used to use your own, and like make them different, and like incorporate different genres and different vibes into the same shit you're trying to do. So, but I think it's really just like trust your own ear, and also like listen to music and try to mimic the type of feeling that that music gives you through your own sound selection. I think that's probably the best piece of advice, low key. So like everything together actually ends up sounding like this. For the sounds I put in, I just took out like some of the low. Took out the super low so it really cuts through, and then I just put a little halftime on the main melody at 30% just to give it a little more body, so it sounds like this. Everything from the jump really just sounds like this. The master and everything, this is just like an FOP I was using for all the FOPs at night, so it just has like a little like master EQ on it. Yeah, you can even see there's like a loop in here from the last FOP from probably Rollin' 5. This is Akachi, just did the, hold on. This is Akachi, we just broke down 3G with Yeat and Lil Uzi. We'll be back soon.